Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. And we are underway in Buffalo. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Buffalo defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? They'll come up 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's caught here by Adams. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. With that catch, he's now 18 away from 1,000, so he's at 982, and that's how many Randy Moss had, 2018 Hall of Famer.
And similar to the recent Hall of Famer, we argue about which catches were the most memorable, because so many of them were 982 and counting.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Again, he'll drop to throw. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it, because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Back to throw again. Going right back to Wilson. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That one taken in by Corley. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Back to throw now on 1st down. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them. And also, it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They run it again with Cook. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. Six nothing our score after one. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Wide open receiver, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Cook will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. They'll drop to throw. He'll check this down to Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Powering his way forward. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Jets have regained the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Allen has his man. It's Shakir. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Allen going to throw. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
The partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Here's Allen to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Hey, hold. Alert.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. What's that? Allen now on the sneak. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll throw now on the final play. This completes a Corley. And he's wrangled down right at the 45, but they're into enemy territory. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
This now a 3rd and 4. Allen now looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
Up the middle, it's Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This 2nd and 4. Here's Cook again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And a nice play there from the new pickup, signed just this past week to help fortify this defense.
He truly is the definition of an impact player. Surprise, surprise that it took this long for someone to pick him up.
Motion man is Shakir. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And different running back, same result as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
56.
Again, it's Cook. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Third and 12. To throw, it's Allen. Flushed out right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. That one taken in by Corley. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. That'll give them 8 that time, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Alert! Look out!
To the air, Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's right.
Anytime we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Allen. Being chased out left. And Cook has it left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
From the gun, it's Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now 2nd down and a few inches. Throwing, Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
To throw is Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Outright, he finds Tolbert. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Here's Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Throwing is Allen. And this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Here's Allen. Into the hands of Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. That is caught by Shakir. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. This is 1st and 10.
56, 56. Look out.
Now Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
Alert.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. This for all the marbles. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Jets, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.